Hi there, everybody. Good evening. Welcome to Hatha Yoga tonight. My name is Desi. We've got a nice 40 to 45 minute sequence for you. For class tonight, it'll be helpful to have a mat, of course. And we're going to use a strap today. So if you don't have a yoga strap, a belt could work, a scarf, even a towel that you just roll up long ways. It doesn't need to be super long. Just something that we can use to help us create some space. So take a moment to grab that if you don't already have it. All right. And for class today, we're actually going to begin lying on the back. So once you have your strap and your mat set up, you can make your way all the way down. And when you get there, you can keep the knees bent or you can extend them out long. You get to choose what feels right. And we'll bring one hand over the chest, right over the area of the heart, and one hand to the belly. And just take your time to get settled here. Starting to notice the breath as it comes in through the nose, down through the throat, the chest, and then lifting the belly, and then the reverse as we exhale. So just getting settled there, observing where you're at today. And for class tonight, we're going to focus on this idea of making and letting. So this difference between making things happen and letting things happen. So this making things happen part might be part of our diligent practice, our hard work, our effort, both on and off the yoga mat, right? And then this idea of letting things happen is just this sense of ease and this sense of non-attachment to our outcomes and just letting things kind of be as they are without any of that effort. So we'll have lots of opportunities to practice that in the physical body today. Just explore. Continuing to breathe, maybe noticing that the breath is a little deeper now. Maybe you feel the belly rise and expand a little bit more on each inhale. And take 2 more rounds of breath here in our relaxed position on the back. And then we'll start to bring the knees in toward the chest. You can bring the palms to the knees. Maybe you lift the tailbone up just for a second so that we can feel the low back pressing into the earth. You can wiggle the toes or the ankles. We'll start to add movement to breath here. So as we inhale, we'll let the arms come wide and let the legs extend long, coming into a full body stretch. And as we exhale, we'll draw it all back in together. Moving through this a couple of times at your pace. Letting this movement be slow. An opportunity to just start working out any of the kinks in the body. Let's do one more. Inhaling to expand. And exhaling, drawing everything back in. From here, we'll bring the legs to tabletop position. Arms will come right up above the chest, palms facing each other. On an inhale, we'll bring one leg down and the opposite arm back. It's kind of a brain teaser. Exhale, bring it together, and then switch. So extend left leg, right arm, and back in. Now right leg, left arm. Just moving side to side here, feeling maybe this effort through the limbs and the core, kind of making this motion happen. And what can we let be? Maybe the breath. Maybe we relax through the face. Let's do 2 more on each side. And 1 more. Maybe you feel the core getting some activation here. And then on your next exhale, feet can come down to the earth, knees are toward the sky, palms can press into the earth beside you. Right away, we'll press into the feet. On your inhale, we'll lift the hips, squeeze through the glutes into our bridge. Exhale, we come down, moving here through the spine. Inhale, we lift. And exhale to release. A couple more times. Let's do 2 more. Finding effort through the core, the legs, and just finding ease through this upper body, right? Just letting it happen. We don't need to do anything. And we'll release. From here, we'll bring the soles of the feet together. Let the knees get heavy. Take a moment here just to settle. Hands can come to the hip creases or the belly. Just feeling the hips open. Letting gravity do the work here. So letting gravity take control. Taking 2 more rounds of breath here. And then we'll let the hands come by our sides, pressing into the palms once again, really pressing the soles of the feet together. And we'll repeat that bridge, but with the legs open now. So on your inhale, we lift the hips up toward the sky. Legs stay open. Exhale back down. A couple times here, just feeling this out. Squeezing through the glutes. Let's do 3 more. And 1 more time, let's hold it here at the top. Taking 1 round of breath here. And we can slowly release. Just letting the legs get heavy again. Taking a moment to rest. We'll gently use the hands to help the legs come back together. We'll bring the knees to one side and press up, coming into a comfortable seat of your choice, cross-legged on the knees, whatever feels good. And we'll return to where we started. One hand on the heart, one hand on the belly, coming back to the breath. Deciding here, what are we making happen? Maybe we want to deepen the breath, so we spend some intentional effort on that, and we let the rest of the body relax. Or maybe we just let the breath be. And we use our effort on lengthening the spine, sitting up tall. Taking a few more rounds of breath here. Then we'll release the hands, bringing the palms to the knees. Inhale, chest comes forward, chin lifts. Exhale, round the spine, chin toward the chest. Seated cat-cow here. Inhale, we lift. Exhale, really exaggerate that rounding. 2 more just like that. And 1 more. And then you can stay here if you like, or we'll take it to full circles. So this time as we inhale, we come around one side, exhale to the back. Going a couple times in this direction. Maybe you feel some movement through the spine, some self-adjustments happening. And the next time you're at the front, let's switch directions, circling back. Let's go through 2 more here. And release, just sitting up tall once again. Taking any other movements through the shoulders or the neck as we come to our hands and knees position. So making your way there, knees under the hips, wrists under the shoulders, just finding our position here. Feel free to bring a blanket under the knees if that feels comfortable. We're coming back to that brain teaser, but now in our hands and knees. So on your inhale, we'll lift the right leg back, left arm forward. Take 1 breath cycle here just to get stable. And exhale, release. Let's try the other side. Inhale, left leg back, right arm forward. Taking a full breath here. And release. Now let's move with the breath. So we inhale, extend, exhale, back down, other side. Just moving side to side here. And the next time we get that first side, that right leg, left arm extended, let's stay again. And you can stay here just extending nice and long, pulling the belly up toward the spine. Or maybe we reach the left arm around, grabbing for the foot or the ankle, pressing the foot into the hand, opening through the left shoulder, Taking a breath here, hard work. On your exhale, we'll release, but this time we open to the side, fire hydrant, and exhale back down. Nice job. We'll extend that right leg out long once again, staying on that side, lifting through the right foot again. We might walk the right hand over. On your exhale, we'll step that foot up to the outside of the right hand. So we've got both hands inside. You can walk that left knee back, finding our lizard stretch here, pressing into the palms. If you do have blocks, I know I didn't cue for them today, but you could also bring blocks under the hands if you find you need a little more space. And let's find some movement here. So maybe you straighten through the leg and then rebend. Maybe we start to draw little circles with the hips. And if you're circling, we can reverse it, opening through the quad of that left leg. And then we can stay here in our stretch, or maybe we curl the back toes, lift the back knee, finding our lizard stretch here. You can also come down onto the forearms for a deeper stretch. Taking 2 more cycles of breath. And on that second exhale, knee comes down. Gently step that foot back, coming to our hands and knees position. We'll try that on the other side when you're ready. Extending the left leg out long, right arm. We can stay here, holding nice and strong, or maybe we reach around, grabbing the foot or the ankle, pressing the foot into the hand, opening through this right shoulder. One breath here. And on that exhale, release, but stay up, bending the elbow, bending the knee, fire hydrant. And exhale to release. Extending that left leg out long right away, walking the left palm over. And when you're ready, stepping that left foot up now to the outside of the left hand. You can walk that right knee back. Just finding stability here. Maybe we straighten and bend the leg, or we can try those hip circles here on this side. And maybe we reverse. And when you feel ready, we'll find stability. We can stay here or curl the toes under, lift the back knee for our lizard stretch. Always have that option to come down to the forearms. Finding this diligent effort through the legs. And can we maybe just let it happen in the upper body? One more breath. On that exhale, lower the knee if it was lifted. We'll step the front foot back, toes together, knees wide. Sink the hips toward the heels. Extended child's pose. Maybe you start to bring the palms together and lift them overhead. So we're kind of in our prayer hands, but lifted over the head. And you can walk the elbows forward, feeling an opening through the shoulders of the chest. Taking 2 more cycles of breath here. Moving into cobra pose, so coming forward onto the belly, bringing the hands in line with the rib cage to start. On your inhale, press into the palms, lift the chest, baby cobra. Exhale to release. Maybe we lift a little higher, 2 more times. Inhale, we rise and release. 1 more time. Nice job. From here, we'll curl the toes under. We'll press up through hands and knees, coming up to our first down dog today, pedaling out the feet. And then finding stillness, pressing into the palms. Let's take a slow walk up to our forward fold, crisscrossing the feet, pressing down through the toes, the ball of the foot, the heel of the foot, feeling every part of that foot as we come up. In your fold, the feet can be together or about hip width. You can choose, letting the head release. On an inhale, hips stay back, knees bend, rising up, chair pose. Breathing here. Exhale, hands come to the heart. Inhale, twist to the right. Exhale through center. In our chair, twist to the left. 1 more time each side. Center to the right. Center to the left. Back through center, we can stay here with the arms extended, or maybe the arms come back, lifting the heels, hummingbird for 1 breath. Legs are working. Exhale, we release the heels, coming back down to our fold. Nice job. On your next inhale, we'll start to roll up nice and slow, really feeling the spine move 1 vertebrae at a time. Maybe we do a nice shoulder roll at the top. Good work. If you have your strap handy, we'll just make sure we have it nearby. You can stay at the top of your mat. I'm just going to turn to face you. Let's plant the feet about hip width apart, just finding our mountain pose here, palms facing the front. On your next inhale, let's lift the right knee up, lift the arms overhead, one-legged Tadasana here, finding our balance. On your next inhale, we'll open that leg to the side. Arms can stay lifted, or maybe that hand comes just to support us. You can always keep the toes on the ground. On your next exhale, we'll release. We're going to move into tree pose on that side. So opening from the bottom, toes stay on the mat, pressing the heel, that right foot into the left. Staying here for our tree. Or we can lift up, foot pressing into the shin below the knee. Or maybe we use the hand to help us lift that up, pushing into the thigh. Hands can stay at the side or at the heart. Feeling both pieces of our practice, this effort through the lower body and this non-attachment, this letting be in the upper body. One more breath here in our tree pose. Good work. And on your exhale, we're coming back to one-legged Tadasana. So seeing if we can release that leg up. If you have your strap, we can grab it. So we can stay here with the leg knee bent, or maybe we take the strap around the ball of the foot and we start to straighten that front leg. Holding on with that same arm, we can bring the hand to the hip. Keeping a slight bend in this knee, we don't want to lock it out. One more breath here. And then maybe we see what it's like to open to the side. And you can totally try this without your strap too. Maybe you can hold on to the toe or the foot and extend. But the strap is a really nice place to start. Just to work on that opening through the hip. One more breath here. And last thing, we're going to switch hands. So grabbing our strap with the opposite hand. And now we bring the leg across. Tough for balance. One more breath. And exhale. We can release the strap down. Release the foot down. Mountain pose. Good work. Moving right to the other side. One-legged Tadasana, lifting the left leg. Arms overhead, finding our stability. And then maybe we open the knee, using the hand to support us, if we would like. On your next exhale, we'll gently release, trying our tree pose on this side. Hands can start at the hips. Toes can stay down to start. Hips stay facing front. Or maybe we come up to the shin. Or maybe we come all the way up to that thigh, your choice. And this side might be different, and that's okay. Working, pressing through the legs, this effort, making it happen, and then letting it be here, palms at the chest. Next exhale, we'll release, but come back to our one-legged Tadasana. If you've got your strap, you can grab it. Option to stay here, or maybe we bring the strap around that foot, working on extending the leg forward. Opposite hand can be on the hip. One breath here. And then maybe we open to the side, seeing what that feels like. Again, you can grab onto the foot or the toe, holding onto the big toe. One more breath. Woo, legs are working. And then let's switch our grip, grabbing the strap or whatever you have, and opening that arm as we do a twist. One breath here. And exhale, we can lose the strap. Release down, mountain pose. Great work. On your next inhale, arms will rise overhead. Let's exhale, coming into our forward fold. Feeling free to pedal through the feet here. Feet can come together or hips distance. On your inhale, we'll return to that chair pose. One more time with the twist, just one time each side, hands to chest. On the inhale, twist to one side. Exhale through center. Inhale, twist to the other side. Nice job. Inhale through center. Let's rise all the way up, arms overhead, slight back bend. Exhale, we release. Coming back to that one-legged Tadasana, lifting the right knee up. From here, we're going to cross the ankle over the opposite thigh. We can bring the hands to the hips or the heart. We'll start to push back through the hips. I'll turn to this side here. We can stay here if this feels good. Or maybe we fold, bringing the fingertips toward the earth. We can stay here. Or one final option, we might lift that heel coming into a toe stand, fingers supporting us on the earth. Or maybe they come to the chest for a really advanced version. One more breath. And then let's walk it back up, nice and gentle. If we're in our fold, let's bring the hands to the chest, rising up. One more time in that one-legged Tadasana. And then let's exhale to release. Other side, inhale, we lift the left knee. Exhale, we cross it over, hands to chest. Option to stay here, pushing back through the hips, flexing through that foot. Maybe we fold, fingertips finding the earth. Maybe we bend that knee, heel starts to lift, coming into our toe stand, fingertips outside supporting us. One more breath. And if we're in that toe stand, we can press back up to the fold, bringing the hands to the chest, rising up, one-legged Tadasana. Exhale to release. Mountain pose. Maybe you bring the feet a little wider. Breathing here. Starting to just sway side to side. Starting to release. Moving into this space of letting it happen. Finding some freedom in the movement. And let's slow it down, coming back towards center. We'll bring the feet in, coming to our forward fold one more time. Maybe we lift the heels here, coming into just a little ball, rounding through the spine. And from here, using the fingertips to support us as we find ourselves coming back onto our seat. Bringing the feet wide or even wider than the mat. We'll just let the arms rest on the knees and the shins and just let the head release between the legs. Maybe the eyes close, just resting here. We'll plant the palms by our sides or behind us just so that we can extend the legs out long. On an inhale, arms will rise. Exhale, we'll move into a seated fold. Hands can come anywhere along the legs, the shins, or maybe they reach for the feet. Knees can be bent here, digging the heels into the earth, finding some release. And when you're ready, we'll make our way down to the back, bringing the strap with you. One more time. Just rolling it down. And when we get there, we'll keep the knees bent to start. We'll lift the left leg up, wrapping the strap around the ball of the foot. And you can hold on with one hand, or you can hold on to one side with each hand. And just see what it's like to flex through the foot and start to just pull the leg toward you. The knee can be bent, and this right leg can stay as it is, or maybe it slides out. Noticing what's going on in the back of the leg. Seeing if we can let the shoulders rest on the ground here. So we're not hunching up. We're not pulling the leg any further than it needs to go. And on your next inhale, we'll bring the strap both sides into that left hand. Right palm can press into the earth, and we'll start to open toward the left side. Again, we don't need to go super deep here, just seeing what it's like. And if you do have the flexibility, you can always remove the strap and just hold on to the toes again, extending through the leg. And on that next exhale, let's bring it up through center nice and slow. We'll switch the grip, grabbing the strap with the right arm, this time coming across the body into our twist. You can always lose the strap and just come into our regular supine twist that we do pretty often, but this just feels a little different, a different area of focus here, feeling this through the IT band, through the whole outside of the leg. And on that next exhale, we'll guide it back up through center. We'll remove the strap and just hug that knee in toward the chest. And then let's go ahead and get ready to switch to the other side. So planting both feet down. This time we'll lift right leg up toward the sky, keeping the left knee bent to start. We'll grab that strap, wrap it around the foot. Again, you can hold on with one hand or both in this position. Flexing through the foot. Knee can stay bent here in that left leg, or you can start to straighten it out if that feels okay. Then we'll bring both ends of the strap into that right hand. Very slowly we'll transition, opening the leg out to the right. Knee can stay bent. You can rest the upper arm on the ground so that we don't feel as much strain or effort in the arm. And then let's bring it back through center, nice and slow. We'll switch the strap into the left hand now, coming into that twist. We can press the right palm into the ground. You can shift a little bit onto that left hip. And sometimes it even, depending on if you have a strap or something else, you can even wrap your hand around it so you have a better grip. Just play around with it. And again, maybe if you're very flexible, you don't even use the strap. But even if you are, I still encourage using it. It can just be a nice, gentle way to work on opening through the legs. Let's take one more breath here. And on your exhale, we'll start to bring it back up through center. We can remove the strap, and then we'll hug that knee in toward the chest. That other leg can be out long or foot planted, again, whatever feels best. On your exhale, we'll release, moving into our Shavasana, our final resting pose. Feeling free to stay here on the back with the arms at your side, legs opening, or you can come to child's pose or rest on the belly, come to a seat. Just finding your position to rest for the next couple of minutes. Taking any props with you, blanket, pillow, putting your socks on, whatever it may be, so that you can relax. And here in this time, we can just let it happen. We don't need to do anything or expend any effort at all. Just let the body rest. Give yourself that space. And I'll bring us back together here in just a couple minutes. And when you feel ready, bringing any gentle movements into the body that feel good, coming back into the space. And you can stay lying down for as long as you'd like, resting in your Shavasana. Or you can press up and return to a comfortable seat as we close out our practice. In whatever position you choose, we'll bring the hands together at the heart, acknowledging this time, this energy, this effort that we put forth for our practice tonight. You can bring the forehead toward the hands, and if we're seated, bowing the body to the earth. The light in me honors and acknowledges the light in each of you. Thank you so much for sharing your time and your practice with me tonight. Next week, we're going to be having some pop-up outdoor classes. So if you are on campus, come hang out, and we'll be doing some sunset yoga, same time at 7 o'clock on Mud Field. Have a good and restful evening, everyone. Thank you.